On today's episode,
we go on Bandon Tours.
We'll check in with Emily.
And our producer, Josh, has a new show.
All on his own?
That's what I hear.
That could be dangerous.
I know.
Hi, welcome to Glitter by the Sea. I'm Angela.
I'm Brianna.
This is an A
and B conversation.
See your way into it.
Glitter by the sea, shining bright and free, where the waves roll in and the fun flows with green. Glitter by the sea, it's pure delight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, Chrissy.
Yes. Chrissy
Yeah.
told me they were talking about elections and
Yeah.
stuff. So they are.
And so it's like,
somewhere.
I remember, like, to my core, talking about doctor-assisted suicide. And, like, where we would, like, almost debate it, but, like, I have no idea what my teacher thought.
Right.
It was 100% kid debated. And it was doctor-assisted suicide, abortion, and Measure 11. And it was funny because I was explaining Measure 11 to Stella.
What was Measure 11?
3 strikes.
Measure 11 is the 5 years, 11 months if you use a weapon. So my example to Stella was, if I'm really mad at somebody at the arcade and I pick up a Corona bottle and I smash it against their head, I'm going to jail for 5 years and 11 months because that is considered Measure 11. And so then I was telling Stella, I'm like, it's literally any object. And then it becomes Measure 11.
And that comes all the way back to because judges were abusing their leniency
Yes.
for some people and not others.
Yeah.
So the state said, well, we have to have standards.
And so if it falls under Measure 11, it is 5 years, 11 months, no exception, no early release, no nothing. It's
crazy.
And I was like, I remember debating that. And me, not being the political person, living in a bubble, uneducated bubble. I'm educated, I feel, but whatever. I didn't go to college. That was the thing we talked about. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and it's burnt inside me. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, I can like envision the class. My teacher was Mr. Fenderson, was our government class and psychology. He was my favorite person. Funny thing, one year I was walking the board. I'm just talking, see, you wanted it. Here you go. So I was walking the boardwalk with my kids in downtown. And there goes my teacher from Cascade. And I went, Mr. Fenderson? And he goes, Brianna, oh my God, how are you? And I'm telling you, I was probably 12 years out of high school. And he goes, what are you doing? And I said, this is my family lives here. That's right. I remember you used to write about it. And I'm like, yeah. And we had this whole conversation. There he was. And I'm like, have you retired? You retired? Yes, I retired. It's funny. It's funny. He also came to our 10-year class reunion to tell us how unspecial we were because we were the class of 2000, the drug-free class of 2000. Your parents thought you were so special. Could you imagine a teacher now? Like, they couldn't do that. But, I mean, he couldn't when we were in school, so he came to our 10-year reunion to tell us we were not special. It did not matter that we were class of 2000. And yes, he knew we were not drug and alcohol free.
The teacher who told me that he wouldn't sign my college transcripts here at Bandon High School recently passed away. And he was the one who refused to sign my college transcripts because he said, I mean, if you really insist on going to college, maybe you can take a few classes at SWAC. My mom lost her shit.
Yeah. I think I would, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I had good grades. He just didn't know me. I hadn't been here long enough for him to get a feel for whether or not he should sign up for that or back me in that way or something. And I was like, I remember.
Why do they even think they have that?
It was weird. I was just like, all Oregon State, and they all cared that just has a signature. Like, these are real grades. Like, you're not standing up for my character. And I was just like, oh,
they
yeah.
don't need a testimony.
And I'm just like, dude, I'm like third generation. Like, going to college isn't an option. Like, it's a thing. I have to go. Like, you have to sign this.
Right. I can't imagine. I can't.
So I was just, and then going back to that generational thing, I was in that meeting the other day talking about how Luke is going to be fourth generation college.
And you'd be okay.
if he didn't go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, he's really loving welding. And I was like, if he doesn't go to college, that's fine. Like,
He's gonna make a shit ton of money welding. Like he will build us another house.
oh yeah, he was telling me all about the math involved today, and that the teacher told him they couldn't just mess around. They actually had to make a real project, so he had to figure out this math and the diagonal length and the this and that and the other thing, and that he was really upset because he had to wait all the way till 7th period to get help from the math teacher.
Hate math. I hate math, and I do math every single day, every day. But it's like decimals.
Well, I was telling him that. I'm like, Brianna does math every single day, and he was just like, what?
Right? I remember the first time I went to beauty school, I was like, I came home with homework, and I was like, I just wanted to like color hair and make people pretty and feel good about themselves. And I was like, I had chemistry and anatomy, and I was just like, what is happening with my life? How did I choose this? Obviously, best thing ever, but it's still like, I do laugh sometimes when I'm back there because adding decimals doesn't, I can do it so easy.
Yeah.
Like it's not a thing.
Well, they say that's one of the reasons women's brains stay good and live longer and all the things is because women are always doing math in their head from shopping and discounts and all the things.
Girl math.
Girl math, yeah.
Girl math, yeah. I also know
Keeping your brain young.
my math is it's loud environment goes off way too many times, so I will need a hearing aid at some point, not now, but at some point, and my friends will tell me it's time.
I think you need to mark that in your own brain that when we tell you that, you believe us.
I 100% already there.
We're tracking it with Evelyn.
And on this episode of Why Emily's Crazy, there's her mom with no pants. You're in the woods, and you got this dog breathing on you, and this cat being stupid, and then you can see Jean's butt crack. Okay. How about now? Okay, wait. Are we done? I obviously have a weapon because I am not dumb. That is Satan back
His
there.
mother was named Miss Swan,
And Miss Swan.
and his father's
She has
name
pants
was
on.
Honky, and he hated
What is
Emily.
happening?
Oh, Emily.
That was weird.
Love her.
So also weird is we are doing our drink of the week kind of in the middle this week, and no real reason for that, but we missed our drink of the week last week, and we got some feedback about leaving it out.
I did. I had clients tell me, where was your drink of the week?
Hello.
And then I had another client who used to live here, moved, and she said, oh my gosh, I watched your drink of the week with the Peter's cranberry juice.
Yes, our cranberry episode.
Yep. And she goes, I called my friends and I was like, get me a bottle. I need that concentrate. Bree says it's great. I need it. And she says it's now on her like rotation of drinks. She loves it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think this week's drink is also going to be one of those standards, especially for fall. It's a great drink that's going to include apple cider and
From Trader Joe's.
From Trader Joe's, we've got some Patron, and then also some real lemon here because we didn't have a knife. So
Well, we are currently in our maybe possible new studio.
all right, we'll see
We
how this
might
goes.
still do some alterations to the area.
We're still going to pop around.
And if you know where it is, comment. Tell us where you think we are.
Yes. Okay,
Because
so
some of you will know.
our drink of the week is an apple pie margarita.
Ooh.
It's going to include 2 parts
All of my favorites.
spiced cider. I got that at Trader Joe's. It's going to include half a part. Half part.
No.
Half-
Really?
Yes. Well,
Half?
I know math.
I was just hoping you weren't leaving some out.
I'm going by the directions. You just love it when I
I
do
don't
that.
like directions. You're having tequila.
And a quarter part of lemon. So we were gonna-
Only few people have seen tequila, Brianna.
It's special, let me tell you.
I just want to point out, she said she's going by directions, but you're just using a plastic cup, kind of guessing what a quarter versus a
It's
full
as
is.
cleose to measuring as I
there's
get.
no measuring.
She's gonna use a Sharpie on the outside.
She is measuring with her heart, and she's not saying it because her heart is black right now.
My heart is
Sloppy.
black. Sloppy. So our little mixture here is a mixture of cinnamon, sugar, and salt.
I might have tasted it. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Got that sweet and savory thing going on. We're gonna put a couple apple slices in each one.
Look at you making it so pretty.
It's already. I know. So
I almost said, should we put ice in here? I don't have any.
you don't have any
Sorry.
ice. Oh, you might have just given away where we are.
Well, there will be ice next time. There is a freezer.
There we go. There is a freezer.
There is a freezer.
Okay, so give me that. I'm not going to be.
She's in charge this week.
There might
That
be.
doesn't look.
Yeah, we're not going to shake it. We're just going to pour it. I'm not doing the fancy shaking thing, apparently.
Don't spill. I know who has to mop.
I know the mopper. All right. So there we go. A little bit on there. And
I'm so excited.
it smells really good. All right. Ooh, sorry.
That was rude.
That's my bad my bad vision there. All right, so this is our apple pie margarita.
It's freaking delicious.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
That's delicious.
We're in trouble. I was going for the no drinking November. Nah, that's silly.
Bender to December.
Bender to December. I forgot about that. Damn it.
Well, I don't have any.
After this month, let me tell you.
I don't have any reason to pretend anymore.
Right.
There we go. All right. Well, speaking of delicious drinks, we had delicious drinks on our Bandon tour.
That's what I call a segue.
We did.
We had many. So we started out, so Bandon Tours is a company that has just recently started. Lorene and Karis are the two that are running that. And so we started at the warehouse with Lori. She provided us with some Prosecco, I believe, and then also some delicious clam chowder. And Brianna's cleaning up. And you had the absolutely adorable crew with us.
I had crew, yes.
did.
Because if you didn't know, I'm a Grammy.
Just in case you didn't
Kind
know.
of my favorent title these days. Because these kids, they are pushing my buttons.
You got to start over
I'm
again.
tired.
You have to start over at some point.
And Cricket, he just loves me.
He does, and he had a great time. We gave him the crackers, the oyster crackers.
Oyster crackers,
Yes,
yep.
It was an absolutely gorgeous day, and we walked from the warehouse down to the little amphitheater thing there on the boardwalk.
Yep.
And we got a little history lesson.
So second stop, Tony's Crab Shack. I love their fish tacos. Super excited about fish tacos. But that whole Grammy mode I was telling you about, that's what I was in. So I was chasing a almost 2-year-old around trying to keep him satisfied. So I did not get to eat them. I did take a couple bites of the crab cakes.
Oh, they're so good.
Those are my two favorite things there. Other than oysters, I love making everybody do oyster shooters.
And then we moved on to cranberry sweets, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And I had not been in there in a while. I like, that is one of those places where anytime somebody comes to town, I take them there. Because it's fun. You walk around, you eat.
Taste test,
Test.
And then from there, we went to the Big Wheel
Yeah.
General Store, and we tasted
fudge.
peanut butter fudge.
We had the peanut butter.
Yes,
fudge,
we could have anything, but
Yes,
that's the
yes.
one we chose. And while I was there, I bought really beautiful Nautilus shell earrings. And so then we were just killing time, and she was just like, "Oh, we have a few minutes to kill before we go to
What should we
Aurora.
do?
What should we do?" So we went to Foley's.
Well, we were standing outside Foley's when I walked back from getting crude autumn, and I was like, well, if we're outside Foley's, aren't we going to do an Irish car bomb? And you were like, no, we're on a tour. And then she's like, we have 20 minutes to kill. Oh, sounds like it's time for an Irish car bomb.
Laura was fantastic, and we
I'm
had
still dreaming of
that bread.
the Brussels sprouts.
Oh God, the bread.
Okay, the bread too. And the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts were really good.
So we had a lovely white wine there,
Yes,
right? White wine
yes,
there.
yes.
And we had the homemade bread.
Oh, so
The bread was just melt in your mouth, delicious. And then the Brussels sprouts, which were on, I believe, a whipped feta with probably balsamic reduction and cheese or something. It was so good. So good.
Yeah.
I love Brussels sprouts. So.
Me too.
Something I never thought I would say.
I love.
I remember eating them when I was a kid.
Oh,
I
and then
did
we
not
had
like them.
chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Talk about melt in your mouth. And she said you have to hold it in your mouth.
She said, put this in your mouth and
Don't
don't bite it.
That's what she said.
I know. So here we are wrapping it up with Bandon Tours.
And we have joining us today Karis and Lorene from Bandon Tours. And we have just wrapped up our tour, and we have finished here at Aurora Wine Bar in downtown Bandon. And we just wanted to do like a little overview of what Bandon Tours is and how did this start?
Well, we're brand new. This was our third tour that we did today. We just started. We're doing a little soft opening in the fall where if people want to come on a tour with us, we do have some scheduled dates, but you can also just email us and we just need 48 hours to set something up. We have wonderful community business partners such as Aurora. What we do is we bring small groups of people, do a walk. It's about 0.4, a little under half mile, walking over down. We learn about the history. We learn about some of the issues, some of the fun history topics going on. And we love Bandon. Maureen and I started it because we absolutely love Bandon. We want to share it with people, and we wanted to have a business that supports local businesses, supports the community, and have flexibility. I've been in public education for 32 years. This is the first not back to school I've done in a long time. And I'm actually well rested. And I'm like, anyway,
Totally different life.
yes. And Lori, you're an inspiration for this. You're scared.
I absolutely love travel, and I didn't really even know what Bandon was until we just said our family was here and the doors open and I lived in Bandon, and I fell in love with it. It's like incredible message beauty in your backyard, and so many businesses really, for how small of a town this is, it's kind of impressive how much we have access to. And so it's been really fun to jump right in and do a passion project that like melds all these things that I love, which is travel, curating exceptional experiences, and giving people a unique, easy, not just like a run-of-the-mill afternoon. So I love the that. It's been really fun. Yes.
Well, like Susan was talking at the very end about the flexibility. Mondays, you may be a little slow, especially during the shoulder season. But you guys stepped right up, and we took a couple extra stops and hung out outside with the Welcome to Bandon sign out there, which is really fun. So fun. Yeah, the weather definitely cooperated.
Yes. I was going to say, I think that's the great part, is that it is a slow time near Bandon. Like as we were walking, I was like, wow, until it's the end of October, like town is pretty empty. But you are now taking a group of people and taking them into the businesses. I personally have never eaten at Aurora. And like, can we come back on Sunday?
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
We're already scheduling our next dinner here.
Oh, like, it was so good.
Yes. And I thought it was great. We had a great group of people that were of other locals that were coming along with us. So I'm sure we'll see reports from them as well. Really good.
Well, we're hoping not only to help tourists fall in love with Bandon, but we also think this is a great opportunity for locals or people that you have visitors or family coming into town, or, you know, the golfers coming in town that maybe want to learn about the area too and experience the best of Bandon, these incredible treats and incredible flavors that we have, the crab, the cranberries, the seafood, the high quality cuisine we have here. So we're hoping everyone will come out and give it a try and fall in love with the businesses and keep coming back to all these restaurants and these shops.
One of the best things is like when a local who's lived here a long time experiences something they never knew before. So our very first run through, we had some locals who've lived here for quite a few years, and they ended up, we had our finale at Coastal Vista, and they had tried something they didn't even know was there, and they've been going to Coastal Vista for years. And I love that here we just did this tour, and you're like, I've never eaten here before. Yeah. So it's not just for tourists, it's not just for people who are experienced Bandon for like just a weekend getaway. It's also the locals can learn something new about this place that they already love. And I love that we're providing that as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I thought it was really cool. There's like certain bits and pieces I know about Bandon history. And, we talked about the Bandon fires and the rebuilding. And I knew that these structures were supposed to be temporary. And I know, the locals put them up because the federal people were taking too long and all that sort of thing. But talking about how this is a landfill area and all of that's really interesting, especially when we talk about the effects of perhaps a ginormous earthquake and a tsunami. That's definitely going to be something to think about.
Definitely. And we're thankful Bandon History Museum and the Bandon Historical Society have been amazing. I have been, beating up everything they've been teaching me, and I'm hoping to bring them on a tour so they'll help me go even deeper with the history. But we have this incredible resource. I love that museum. I've been going in, looking at all the old pictures. It's just, it's fascinating. We're lucky to have that resource here too.
Definitely. And we have a lot of great people who support it as well.
Well, my other joke is always, if you want to know about me, go to the museum. So,
Oh, no, I gotta go back.
We'll tell you our family life news.
Both of my families were born and raised here in Carnival. It's a cool heritage. Yeah, so.
I gotta come to
I know,
your
I'm
family
gonna go
right
now.
That would be great.
well, thank you guys for getting us out here on a Monday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're tracking in with Evelyn.
Hey, did you hear about Emily? I don't mean to gossip, but she choked on a tiny micro and died. Embarrassing.
That's just weird.
She sends that stuff willingly.
I know. we don't
love
even ask.
Emily.
We don't even have to ask her for it.
Is one of my favorites.
We might have to ask her for less of it.
She might stop sending it if we keep posting it.
Nah.
No.
Okay, so Josh.
It'd probably be normally me pointing at Brianna from behind the camera.
Right. And okay.
Introduce me.
We have Josh. So here with us today is Josh.
Finally.
Oh my gosh. You're normally on that side.
Right.
Telling me what to do.
Having a hell of a time getting this
500
show
times.
done. Right. Just trying to get it shot in such a way that when I go to the editing situation, I'm not like, well, I always am, but it's not like a big project.
Well, today we're challenging you.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one.
I have a feeling today's going to be a big project.
Tell me, what is this, baby metal? What's that?
Oh, this shirt, Baby Metal, is it's a band Angela and I are going to see in the Los Angeles area
Anaheim.
in a couple of weeks. It's a Japanese heavy metal band fronted by 3 lovely young ladies, and the band itself appears to be dudes. Most of the videos I've seen, they're wearing masks, but the girls are doing choreography and dance. Yeah, they're cute. They're cute. And of age, they're not children.
I don't believe I was invited.
We can probably get you tickets. We're down in general admission, so it's not like you'd be sitting just somewhere different. We're down on the floor, headbanging.
Yeah, it's heavy metal.
Moshing, like I did with Luke at Metallica.
I think I'm going to stand in the back.
I've done that before.
But Morgan Alexander, a friend of the show, and of Bandon, Oregon, he and I did our cross-country road trip from basically Roseburg to Nashville, Tennessee, when he inherited a car. And I was either new to Baby Metal as a fan or knew that he didn't know about them. But I made him listen to them in the car, and we were talking about it. And I was even showing him videos where there's like thousands of people in a stadium rocking out. And he said, I want to be in that stadium. And that's when I was like, yeah, me too. So Angela and I are going. Thanks for having me on the show.
So, I hear you have a new show?
Oh yeah, actually, my show, not
that
this show. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I was asked to do basically like a news commentary kind of a program.
Well, we did news when we were in radio.
Yeah, my background is in radio and both in music radio and news radio. And so anyway, I was asked to do a program, and I said, okay, why not? And it's pretty well produced. It's got a cool background. It's written with a script and everything. So
Wow,
And
cool.
someday you'll tell us where we can find it?
yeah. But in fact, I can share a moment or two of it. Right, I've got a few minutes of it I can share with you right now. It's an hour-long program, give or take. But
I don't have an hour.
yeah, well, it's something. I watch a lot of programs that are an hour long that I don't watch.
Oh, okay.
Just
So
have
you
fun.
could be our background music.
Exactly.
right.
Exactly. So anyway, I brought a clip and I thought I'd share it with you if that's cool.
We would love to see it. I
Love.
hope this doesn't get us canceled.
It might make you uncomfortable.
Well, lots of things these days do.
Yeah, I hate to see the average age of city council go down too, but Archie's a strong guy. They might need him to wheel him in there at some point. You know which ones. Okay, I gotta go. Hi, I'm oh, hang on. With news and opinion, I'm Josh Meredith for the Bandon Fire. That's right, the Bandon Fire. Too soon? Were you there? So somebody told me that bingo might be coming back to the Arcade Tavern in Old Town. Just a little gossip that's suitable to share. I also heard that somebody in town had an embarrassing operation. But can you imagine if I said their name or printed it on a blog? In local jobs news, the Bandon, Oregon city manager position is not currently open. And the painted it. Great. Looks a little bit better.
You can't say that.
The sign is still gross. Take it down. Put a picture of a flower in there or something. Or how about the prices to the other gas station down the hill, because that station doesn't have a sign. I think it's the same guy that owns it, but whatever. Is it weird? Am I the only one who thinks it's weird that Bandon has a gas station that doesn't show you what the price of a gallon of gas is before you pull in? The people that work there are great, but that's weird. In other news, not that it mattresses, Bandon, Oregon just had an election. Bandon voters who bothered to participate elected as their mayor Mary Shamahorn, who traveled here all the way from 1939 and has been in local office since before Star Wars. Here's hoping she'll succeed in solving the problems left unsolved by our previous mayor, Mike Clausen. I think I Googled it. We wish Mary the best and hope she has a long career in politics, because that never ends badly. Yeah. I'm told now we are going to City Hall for the opening of the mayoral closet.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Weird. I, for one, look forward to dipping my toes in the Bandon pool and seeing younger families move into the affordable housing ideas that Mary put forth in her campaign. She didn't talk about any of that? I thought she Googled something about affordable housing. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we here at the Bandon Fire wish Mary and the City Council the best of success in accomplishing their 2016 goals. That's what's on the website right now. Literally right now, 12:42 p.m., Thursday morning, November 7th. I bet they'll update it soon after we upload this segment, but I bet even more that they don't. Asked for comment on the election, a spokesperson for Angela Cardis's losing campaign said, "This isn't about Angela anymore," and quote, "Nothing motivates me," the spokesperson me, not Angela me, "like spite. And this town needs a public asshole who embarrasses the powerful for sport." To which Angela said, spokesman, "Please just don't." To which a spokesperson for Angela Cardis's campaign said, quote, "I said this isn't about you anymore." Am I just going to use this pulpit to embarrass a lady who beat my wife in an election? Yeah? Yes. No, I was answering your question. Yes, I am. When reached for comment, a spokesperson for Angela's campaign said, quote, "If you can't win, make the winner wish they lost." In more local jobs news, the city manager position is still not open. And no word yet on whether the mayor's rich friends on Beach Loop will get their special gorse abatement exemption favors. But considering the outcome of Tuesday's election, they probably will. Not that it's the end of the world. Speaking of Tuesday's election. Yeah. Right, exactly. Bandon can't have a hot mayor. Yeah, the lady in North Bend, Jessica. Smoke show. I'm Josh Meredith for the Bandon Fire, and that's As See It Now. Try it again. As I see it now. These graphics packages are expensive. These are expensive typos. As I see now. Whatever. That's how I see it.
This is either going to really spike some views or it's going to get us canceled. I don't know. I'm going to...
By what, YouTube?
I don't... Bandon, forgive us. But you voted. So here we are.
consequences of your actions. See you next week.
That's what I said.